I like the idea, honestly, of sometimes defaulting to the blender or the distiller or whoever
Mm-hmm.
being the one to mix what water goes in,
Yes.
because I trust some of those decisions.
Yeah, that's a great call out, man. Like on a roll, Adam. Like the distiller.
Good, we're done.
So with
Oh, wait, no.
with
I know everything now. Sorry. Hey, everybody.
Hey, welcome back
to
to
Bottle
Bottle
Bond.
Bond.
So,
yeah, this is a great day, man.
round 3.
Four.
Drink.
This is 4. We're on. Oh, I need my mic. All right, we're on 4.
You've been doing that since round 1, so.
That's true.
All
I
right,
can't
so-
really point at it.
This is funny. This is serendipity, actually. So we've been trying to do a speed round, just talking about things we want to open, we want to enjoy. I would like to have on my shelf for future events where I get to like hang out with friends and not worry about hot lights on our faces. But so in so doing, serendipity today, I got a bottle, which we'll talk about later, but I also already had a bottle, which is kind of wedged behind a funny story.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a place called the Brandy Library in New York with a coworker, and he it's a place that's just sort of a like there's lots of
Brandy.
knowledge. It's not brandy, it's like all things. They have lots of spirits, but they're definitely like
There's a Jessica and a Tanya there too.
Anyway. So they're I wouldn't call them whiskey sommeliers, but I would call them like folks who are well educated on the topic and well versed, right?
Yeah.
So the guy asks me, what do you like? And I was like, well, I'm still new to this. I'm still trying to learn. There's a few things I've tried that I enjoy. I tend to like sweeter things. And he's like, all right, let me ask you, do you like whiskey or are you a Buffalo Tracer? Right? Like, are you chasing the buffalo or do you like whiskey? And I was like, oh, that's actually a really funny way to say it. I don't care about Buffalo Trace per se. They make some great stuff. They make some other stuff. I want to learn and explore. And he's like, all right, so what's the best bourbon in the world? Like what is the best, like not the best he phrased it in a way that was essentially like, what is the most generally great bourbon?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, it's a funny trick question. It's actually Wild Turkey 101 because it is a very simple, very approachable beverage, great entry point, great flavor, fairly consistent, like not too snooty, not too crazy, right? And so like I've been looking at the Wild Turkey stuff and I found this Wild Turkey single barrel, which, I'm interested in trying. And so I want to share that and see what we think.
I think that's fantastic, man. Yeah, and he's right. When I go out and I'm looking to buy a bottle for mixers or for just people to drink at a party, it's Wild Turkey 101 almost every time. Don't get me wrong, my collection is big enough that I rarely go out to have to buy a bottle. But when I do, Wild Turkey is an excellent choice. You get a lot of bang for buck. You get a lot of flavor. You can drink it neat, on the rocks, in a mix. And, it's 101 proof. So you got just that little bit of extra flavor and spice. And plus people who don't know what that means, they just think it gets them drunk quicker, which of course it does.
But I realized, like, I grew up thinking, like, like, gut rot, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out it's actually really, in the world of, like, full-flavored spirits, it's actually pretty great.
Yeah.
So
I have never mind. Yeah, it's great.
This bourbon was bottled on April 26th, 2024, from barrel number 2973, stored in warehouse CNF on Rick number 32, selected for the bourbon connoisseur. Another segue here from Master Jimmy Russell and Eddie Russell Distillers, 101 proof. We'll talk about that later on.
Yeah, we will.
Long from now, actually.
Not too long.
I'm sorry. This is a nice gentle pop, but...
Ooh. Oh, that was dainty, like a princess pop.
I did it by accident. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
And I'm give it a half ounce.
At April 26th, you said? Like, that's really
this
nice.
year.
Yeah, so that's April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months ago, this was pulled from the barrel and put in the bottle right there.
Bold, genuine, true, single barrel.
Mm-hmm. And what does single barrel mean?
comes from a single barrel.
That's correct.
It actually means something.
Yep, it means it is one barrel alone, singular, no other barrels, whether at the distillery or otherwise.
Roughly 220 bottles max. At
Ish,
full
220 to
proof.
250 to 350, depending on like.
Well, depending on the dilution and stuff, right? So
Exactly.
cask strength at 4 years, you normally don't get less than 200-ish bottles.
Yep.
But you could get more if you water it down.
Yeah, exactly. So like if it comes out at, 65 ABV, and so it comes out at 65 ABV for cask strength, but then you water it down to a 42 ABV, then you're going to get an additional 50% of bottles because you're diluting it down.
Yeah.
And a lot of distillers do that both for monetary reasons and others, and we'll talk about all
You
of.
should drink 65% alcohol.
I disagree. I'm a fan. I'm gonna let you try some cask strength scotches that are 65.
I've had moonshine.
It's not just moonshine. There's some good stuff out there.
65%.
Mm-hmm. I got a bottle of Highland Park cask strength number 3 that is 65.9% ABV, and it is delicious.
We do have a couple of bottles of Stag down the road for us. So there's in that arena.
I will say that's actually a really
This
good.
is very nice.
This is.
I'm sorry, we're losing track of the bottle we're here to try.
Yeah, let's try. Okay, so what do you smell?
Bourbon.
Yeah.
Obvious answer. No, it's a vanilla-y. It's sweet. It's if I could say with a straight face, it is both simple and complex.
Yeah,
because it is. It's like it's got a nice it's like a light flavor.
Mhm.
Definitely sort of on the sweeter side, but like the burn is really minimal.
Yeah. I would say that this is that classic bourbon taste. When you think about bourbon and you're like, I want a glass of bourbon, this is the taste that you're thinking about. Brown sugar. You're thinking about vanillas, caramels, butterscotches. You're thinking about it all flowing together into this delightfully earthy, like sweet flavor that mixes with your whiskey.
This is like the gentleman of the Old West bourbon, not the like thumb hitch and blindness bourbon, right?
Yeah, totally different bourbon.
Yeah, this isn't the like rah. This is totally like the sipping, like you're gonna brag to your friends about drinking this stuff kind of bourbon.
Yeah, and I mean it's wild turkey and it's absolutely delicious. I'm gonna get your palate up to us to enjoying cask strength.
Oh, I've had a few. I mean,
Well, it's a part of everybody's journey.
Yeah.
You develop palate for whiskey, and then eventually you develop palate for cask strength whiskey.
Yeah, I do like the idea though of still like a lot of folks have. There's a lot of folks in the space that are opinionated about cask strength,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I personally feel like there's a whole spectrum of flavor. Like I'm new to it, but I personally still feel like there's a huge spectrum of flavor that all deserves respect.
Yeah.
I mean, we tried a couple earlier that were amazing and in the like 80s.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And in fact, so one of the ways that I look at cask strength is it is all the flavors that you want concentrated and compressed into like a ball of flavor that is even stronger and deeper. And that's how I look at it.
Yeah, but like sometimes you don't want to lick the seasoning pack. Sometimes you want to put it in the ramen.
Yeah, that's that's absolutely true. And in fact, when you open a whiskey and you add a drop of water to it, you'll get entirely different flavors because your tongue is suddenly able to differentiate that, that cardamom from everything else or whatever.
I like the idea, honestly, of sometimes defaulting to the blender or the distiller or whoever being the one to mix what water goes in.
Yes.
Because I trust some of those decisions.
Yeah, that's a great call out, man. Like on a roll, Adam. Like the distiller.
Good, we're done.
So with
I know everything now. Sorry.
Like mass things, right? Like it's less so there's some financial that comes into it for sure on all the sides and all that, but the distiller often specifically picks when they what level they distill it to, and they'll be very precise about it. That's why you can have 46.7 ABV,
right,
because they found 46.6 to be too light, right, 46.8 to be too intense.
But it's not even just the alcohol though, right? It's a whole lot of other factors. We talked about a couple of distillers that they will sample every quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So like every couple months, when they're like rotating the casks or doing whatever they're doing, they'll also sample them. They will decide: do we add water? Do we do anything else to modify the process?
Yep.
Is it good? Like, do
Yeah.
we pull it? So they like I like the idea of trusting the person who's trained to do this.
Yeah.
My goal here is to enjoy it,
Yeah.
not to become the master of the chemistry, right? Like I would like to understand it, but I don't want to be the one that's like, no, you're wrong. Wait till next Tuesday, right? Like that's to me
Speaking of
is like
which,
silly. I don't want to wait till next Tuesday.
wait till I tell you about Still Austin. The head distiller there, he dilutes the whiskey as it ages.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like sometimes some people will literally like
Yeah.
they will add some water, but they also pick the water, right? So there's
Yep.
you talk about your favorite Scotch, which is Macallan?
Glenmorangie.
No, Glenmorangie, my bad.
Yep.
But they're notorious because their water is hard.
Yep. One of 2 distilleries
Right.
in Scotland with hard water.
Right. And so like they are selecting the water that goes in at the stage, right?
Yep.
Like I think that personally, I think that's like part of the mastery of the craft, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, this needs more hard water. Oh, this needs softer water. Oh, this needs like whatever other components, distilled water, right? Like whatever it is they're adding in.
Yeah.
I think that that's beautiful because I think that is how you get the magic at the far end, right?
Absolutely. And it's how you get some of the artistry.
Yeah. Yep.
To you.
To you, sir.
To the bond.
To the bond. Oh,
I'm
I
empty.
guess we got to film another bottle.
We'll have to do another bottle.